tuning in to Meet the Artist. I'm Jenny Nicole, and today we're interviewing Kyle Walz. Welcome, Kyle.
Hello.
So I met Kyle at an open mic. So first, could you please just tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, maybe a little bit about your family, or
Background.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm from Pacific, Missouri. It's if you look at a map of St. Louis, and one destination is Six Flags, just down the road from Six Flags. I'm the youngest of three brothers, and my brothers are 14 and 20 years older.
Oh wow.
So that exposed me to some different culture, and they both played music. And my middle brother gave me a guitar when I was 4. He was kind of bored when I was, 3 or so, and bothering him, and he kind of showed me how to read music, and it kind of made sense. I'm not that good of a reader now because I don't do it that much, but just being exposed to music when I was young was a cool thing. Didn't really take guitar or music seriously until I was 10. But then since then, music's been a constant thing. Of course, has taken different flavors of what I'm doing with it.
Now, can you tell us, do you have any professional background in music as far as learning an instrument officially at school or taking music theory in college?
No, all my professional training is in education, but none in music.
Okay, so you would say you're pretty much self-taught then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, nice. Then can you describe your music for us?
Yeah. In general, it's in the funky blues category, meaning bluesy with a little syncopation.
And he has some awesome guitar riffs.
Well, thank you. So, I always enjoyed like Led Zeppelin growing up, Black Sabbath, Slayer, but then James Brown and Lenny Kravitz when I was still in high school when he came out, and all this put together, this kind of R&B but hard with an edge, and so I like in my music, I like the syncopation. I like to have some sort of driving rhythm.
Okay, so you have 3 albums out, is that correct?
Let me see, I have 3 albums with original content.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first one was the instrumental jazz, correct?
It was mostly instrumental. A friend of mine sang a few songs.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess to kind of lay out the discography, which seems kind of funny to mention it about yourself, but I have an album with originals that a friend, actually a former student, sang on. Then I have 2 jazz albums of standards and then other songs. I have 2 albums of original content.
Okay, can you tell us about the first album you released as singer-songwriter doing your originals?
Sure. That album was called Hallowed, and it came out in October 2014, and apparently October is the worst month to put out an album.
We'll move on to your most recent album.
Sure.
What's this called?
That is called Diffused, and it came out in May of 2016. And Diffused was fun because the songwriting is a little bit more diverse, and it's much more hopeful and optimistic and fun. And the production, I learned a lot of lessons. I guess my background in education and teaching, I'm always trying to think, here's what I did, and what can I do just a little bit better, and always learning.
Yeah, it's instilled into us educators.
Exactly, yeah.
So, as you said, Hallowed is more of a rock feel, and then Diffused is more of the blues?
It's a lot more funky. There's a little R&B, a little funk, a little blues.
So, do you have any projects coming up in 2017?
For 2017, work on monthly goals. Try to figure out live video streaming a little bit. Try to each month put out a song and record it decently. I have my own studio, which is cool.
Nice.
And makes that much simpler and
Yeah.
cheaper to do. So.
And then I know you recently started a blog. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, I blog on my site. It's kylewalz.com. And what I like to do, instead of just talk about me and my stuff, is I connect with artists, usually through Twitter, but through Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, Facebook, everywhere. And I ask them I contact them and I say, hey, here's a song I'm really digging. Can you tell me a little bit about this song? And then I put it on my blog, and it's pretty much their words. I give a little introduction, how I met the artist, sometimes my 2 cents about the song.
So, as he's mentioned, he's an educator by day and kind of a singer-songwriter by night, as am I. So, is your ultimate goal to pack up and move to Nashville?
The ultimate goal, as a teacher, I can retire pretty soon, and I only have about 8 years left, which is pretty sweet. So the goal is by the time I retire, to work up enough musical connections so I can do that for retirement.
Yeah, and it is all about the connections.
Exactly.
So what can you tell us about your interest outside of music?
Sure.
What else do you do for fun?
I say, well, with teaching takes a lot, and if my students saw this, they would want to come up and smack me in the face for saying, you didn't mention us. So I teach, and I have students grades 6 through 12 in a gifted program at the district I'm in. And because I get students half their schooling, we really know each other really well, which is cool for me. So I love teaching. It's so creative, and especially with the students I have. I mean, we can
You have to love the job.
Yes.
Otherwise you won't survive.
Exactly. I like to play games. I have 20-sided dice from 1980. and I say that with a little bit of pride. But because I have so much other stuff going on in life, I can only focus on one game at a time, and it's usually something a little bit nerdy, a little bit strategic. I like watching Asian horror movies. I couldn't tell you.
How did that start?
A couple summers ago, I was just kind of going, I'm feeling kind of dark and moody, and just started looking up a list of movies and happened to find Asian horror movies that you must see.
Well, I really appreciate your time today. And again, we'll put his information in the description below so you can find his website and his music and blog, etc. And we will see you next time.
See ya.